650 kilometers. This is tram in Omsk. Ticket costs 25 rubles. We go to the place of our mountain friend Sergey. This is our friend Sergey from the mountain. This is the Museum of Art, and this is the theater. Actually, the building reminds me of Mariinsky Theater of St. Petersburg, and in my opinion, Omsk is nicer than Novosibirsk, for example. It just looks more beautiful. So now we are walking on the main street, Lenin Street. This is the monument of the famous Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky, because he was a prisoner in this place in 1850 till 1854. So probably in this place exactly was the prison, just next to the theater. Theater building is from 1905. And this is the remainings of that prison, where Dostoevsky spent 4 years of his life. So it was like citadel, I guess. Some time ago, the level of water was so high, level of the river Irtysh. So the first floor of these buildings was under the water, and the people were moving with the boats here. This is Street of Lenin, center of the city. This place called Flora. In the Soviet Union times, it was like an exhibition of different kind of plants, vegetables, foods, and so on. And in front of it, quite nice church. And one more monument of Fyodor Dostoevsky. Cabbage for decoration.
Думал, что это дикий картофель, а горошек съел. И понял, что умирает, и там предсмертный кадр.
This is Starsky Gates from 1792. This is the embankment with bicycle roads, and this is the fortress of Omsk. This is connection of two rivers, Omka and Irtysh. On the other side is a monument of the foundation of the city Omsk. This is the Uspensky Cathedral. It's probably the most beautiful cathedral in Omsk. This is the tree of wishes, and Sergei found for this practical use. And next to it there is a bridge of people which are in love. In Russian cities it's quite common to see buildings like this from the old times. The windows almost the same level as the ground. But this probably not livable anymore. This is the Krestovozdvizhensky Cathedral, and there is a beautiful, nice old house in a traditional Russian style. This house is from 1893 and it is under state protection because it's architectural monument. In this abandoned building in 1918 to 19 was conspirational apartment of communists. Now it's just an abandoned building. So the people had events here to plan some riots and so on, fight against of government, to make revolution. This is kinda ridiculous and strange building because, for example, the balcony on the second floor doesn't have any fence, and it's really dangerous because the thieves can get in quite easy. And just in general, this building looks quite scary. This is the building where people, workers of the factory, had parties, events and celebrations. Actually looks quite depressive, just grey, ugly building. And that's the factory itself. This is the factory named after Kazitsky, for devices for construction. This is some other factory. This is some old building without renovation, and it was the water tower. Probably it's functioning now also. This is Staff Omsk kindergarten. This outside toy is made partly out of plastic bottles. This is the street where Sergei grew up. He says everything looks exactly the same as in the time where he lived here. This is the apartment where Sergei lived.
Причем мы первый огород здесь сделали.
And this is the garden where people grow some vegetables and fruits. Fruits no, because here it's too cold. Maybe only apples.
Это потом уже вот теплотрасса вот это.
Hello diary. Today is the 13th of October and we are on the way from Omsk to Tyumen. The time zone will change again, so in Tyumen is 1 hour earlier. And we hitchhiked the direct car for almost 200 kilometers out of Omsk. And this is the main road to Tyumen. And not so much traffic, but a lot of trucks. But we try to catch the small car because it's faster. But the weather is really nice, maybe plus 12 degrees. I even don't wear any jacket. This kind of car, Buhanka, Russian car plus, always stops and picks us up. That's like a rule, that's like a law on the Russian roads. А вы куда, в Тюмень? The military guys gave us some army food. This is some meat, cheese, drink, chewing gum, and this is meat with the vegetables. And we are mixing it with mashed potato. And this is our stove. This is our couchsurfer Kirill, and today he is our tour guide around Tyumen. This is the historical center of Tyumen. This is the Institute of Culture. We are planning to walk from this side to another side. Very nice and clean embankment. We are walking around the city center of Tyumen, and in this building, in the war times, was stored body of Vladimir Lenin. This is the street of Republic.
Вещи, которые участвовали в Великой Отечественной, допустим, вот ствол от оружия, там где-то гильзы есть, которые это...
Умерли все, осталась одна Таня. This is the memorial in the memory of the war between Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, 1941-1945. In this place, in 1586, was founded the city Tyumen. So the city now is 434 years old. The whole length of this embankment is about 4 kilometers. And now we build embankment on the other side. of the river called Tura. So this embankment has 4 levels. The first level is usually under the water in the springtime. And this pictures the history of this region. So in this area there were a lot of mammoths, and we still find a lot of remains of them in the north, because climate here is good to keep it. This is the exploration of Siberia, 16th century. This is also the history of Tyumen city in the pictures. Buildings in the Russian style. This is old map of Tyumen from 1905, and this is the explanation. In this place can live prostitutes and lonely women. Here and here, only 3 districts. Kirill brought us to the hall where there is some strange, little bit psychedelic exhibition. It's called Branches of Information. In this building, living and working the family. It's a dynasty of artists. So it's all still in function. This is the consulate of the Republic of Korea in Tyumen. This is historical building, but it's copy of the historical building actually. In general, Tyumen looks very good because there's a lot of oil money in this city. This is another old building, and it's livable. So the people really live here. Even some parts of this house are in a bad condition. One more house, it has a very nice sofa outside, and actually inhabitants have the toilet outside. It's right here. Actually the winter in Tyumen is quite cold, so it's horrible to have a toilet outside. This building is designed like a big ship, like Titanic. In this area we see quite a few old houses like this. It seems it's popular to have some furniture outside. Ой, я испугалась, кошка выскочила. This is probably how looks the available house living in Russia. I see some Uzbek people live there, not Russians. Yeah, the windows are half broken, so in the winter time it's really tough. It was painted in this year. Some Chinese hat, or Korean or Japanese. Today I explored Tyumen by myself, and in the city there is a route with graffiti art. So this is one of them. it is interesting to see the combination of old Russian houses and modern apartment buildings. You can find this combination in many Russian cities. This is one more graffiti art. This is Цветной Boulevard, and this monument and also fountain hold periods of the year. There is also higher roller in this place and some other attractions. This is the building of one of the main Russian oil companies, Rosneft. In Tyumen there are benches of literature where you can leave with a book and also can take some book. But because of coronavirus now people don't leave the books here. But I saw quite a few benches like this around the city. This is Lenin Street, and this is one more monument of wooden crafts from the end of 19th century. It's also under supervision of government. This building is the administration of city Tyumen. In front of it there is a big square and monument of Vladimir Lenin. This is another state building, and in front of this there is a square of thinking.